Are you intellectually molested? I was going to sing Beyonce. You will not need to do Fleming's left hand roll. And it's not what you've been told before. Hey wonderful people, it's me Angie. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. Let's get right to our BMAT tips because I know that you're probably in a rush if you're watching this video. So, tip number one is obviously to revise GCSE content, and that can seem a little bit intimidating, especially if you're not doing one of the subjects. For example, you are not doing biology, you're not doing physics, you're not doing maths. So how do you do this? I would definitely recommend Cognito on YouTube. This isn't sponsored by Cognito. It is sponsored by Medify, but we'll talk about them in a second. Thank you, Medify, for sponsoring this. And they have bite-sized videos. I'm a GCSE tutor and I love Cognito. I like to screenshots part of their videos because they have the best diagrams. And if you're a visual learner or you need to learn things on the spot, this is definitely a really good website to use because they have questions there, etc., etc. So the next tip is to actually leave enough time to do mocks and then to do the mocks. A lot of people do not leave enough time for this and they spend too much time focusing on the content instead of the tests. Wait, Angie, what are you saying? If I don't do the content, how can I do the test? Well, actually, what you'll find is certain topics come up way more than others. For example, most of the physics questions will probably be electricity. They'll be using the same equation, V equals IR, P equals IV, etc., etc. You will not need to do Fleming's left-hand rule. You will not need to do Fleming's left-hand rule. It doesn't come up very much. Okay, you might need to do it, but I'm just trying to let you know that using the F equals BIL equation, it's less likely, so you shouldn't spend so much time focusing on that. It's the 80-20 rule. If you need to do mocks, of course, definitely go and look at Medify because they have amazing explanations that are really clear to understand, and if you don't understand where you went wrong, then it's really difficult. I remember the feeling of being a little bit frustrated when I was just trying to do questions and not check where I got them wrong. So make sure you do this so that you can have a question bank of questions you got wrong and go back to them to make sure you get them right the next time round. Okay, so this tip might seem weird. I know it might seem a little bit different. It's not what you're used to and it's not what you've been told before, but you need to look at what you got right as well. I know that sounds really weird because, Angie, I don't have much time. I need to make sure I don't get those mistakes wrong again. However, you and I both know, look at me in the eye and tell me that you've gotten every question that you've gotten right. You knew exactly how it happened. You want to tell me you didn't do a 25% chance it's going to be C? Exactly. So for those questions, make sure you go back and actually see why, because sometimes questions are just vibes and the grace of God, like you don't actually think about it. But on the other hand, there are some that you do get right. Just check to see what you did, because you might not get them right if you don't know why you got them right. So when you know what you did right, you continue to get them right. Right? That was a lot of rights. Like, I was gonna sing Beyonce to the left, but to the right. You see what I'm saying? Before we get into this next tip, do you want to explain yourself? Why are you not subscribed? Why haven't you liked the video? You're here already. You might as well, and it helps YouTube. I'd appreciate it. But you know, if you're gonna binge my videos anyway, you might as well subscribe. My final tip for you is to have fun. And I know you're thinking, Angie, are you okay? Are you intellectually molested?
And intellectually molested and ideologically molested?
Because why? What about an exam that is high pressure is fun? Is everything okay? Wait, hear me out. First of all, the fact that you can even do this exam, think of it as a blessing because you've probably wanted to apply to medicine or dentistry for a really long time. So the fact that you're finally here is an amazing thing. 2, you're here, you might as well just try to enjoy it and be like, oh my gosh, this is such an interesting question. That's an interesting thing. I found that when I was doing my section 1, I was actually like kind of interested by the topics. And when I was going through the essays for section 3, I was like, and not saying that I was that person, but I did read up on some of the essay question topics afterwards because they were genuinely interesting. And yeah, I know it can be stressful. I got told I had to do the February BMAT basically 2 weeks before it happened.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Like, it was very short notice, I understand. However, It's only X amount of hours depending on how much time you have. Which brings me to my final point and bonus tip. With Medify, they have everything you need for Sen. I have extra time in exams. I have 25% extra time. So if you're one of those people who also has extra time, you can practice with the correct timing, because I know how hard it is, because everyone just assumes that everyone has the same timing, and then you're like, oh, did I do badly because I didn't have enough time? Or did I do badly because I genuinely don't know what's going on? So yeah, that's a bonus tip. We've had 3 bonus tips now. Wow. Very productive video. If you've done your BMAT 2, you guys already know the drill. Comment below your best tips. Big thank you to Medify for sponsoring this video. Obviously, sign up in the link down below. As always, give this video a big thumbs up, share it if you care. And as always, smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, and I will see you wonderful people again very, very soon. Bye.